If you're considering a move to Murrieta, there's one cost that surprises almost every buyer, and it can completely change your monthly payment. Stick with me through the end of this video so you don't get blindsided by it. In this video, I'm breaking down the true costs of living in Murrieta. We'll cover everything from housing and taxes to utilities, grocery stores, commuting, and more so you can make a confident, well-informed decision. Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I'm your host, Catherine Materiali. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a weekly update on life in the Temecula Valley. And if you're new to the area or planning to move, don't forget to sign up for my free weekly email newsletter, Temecula Valley Happenings with Catherine. It's full of local events, ideas for things to do, and insider tips to help you get connected. The link is in the description below. Let's start with what everyone wants to know first. How much does it cost to buy or rent a home in Murrieta? If you're buying a 2-bedroom condo, a good average is between $375,000 and $450,000, depending on age, location, and upgrades. A 3-bedroom condo or townhome will be in the $475,000 to $550,000 range on average. Entry-level single-family homes start in the low 500s to low 600s, typically smaller homes with basic layouts, but you'll get a yard and a garage. What does that mean for a monthly payment, though? To give you a super rough estimate, if you put 20% down for a $550,000 purchase price with taxes and insurance, and if your interest rate was 7%, your payment would be around $3,700 a month before utilities. Now, this is a rough estimate. Rates change, you don't have to put 20% down, and there are other factors to consider, but if you want to dig in more on monthly cost, drop a comment and we'll be happy to guide you through that. But let's get back to it. So mid-range homes in Murrieta sit between $700,000 and $850,000. You'll often get over 2,000 square feet, a newer home, and some nice upgrades, especially on the higher end. Let's talk luxury. The luxury market starts around $1.2 million, which will give you an upgraded executive-style home. If you're looking at Bear Creek, expect closer to $2 million and up from there. And then in La Crusta, you can enter in at around $1.2 to $1.3 million. And then as a whole in Murrieta, there are many luxury estates priced under $3 million and very few topping out at around $4 million. Rentals follow a similar pattern. 2 bedrooms range from about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. 3 bedrooms typically rent for $2,500 to $3,500 a month. Living in Murrieta is far more affordable than Orange County or San Diego, but with space and quality of life, that's hard to beat. Neighborhoods known for value. If you're looking for affordability or value in Murrieta, here are a couple of areas to consider. French Valley, or East Murrieta, offers newer homes with more square footage for the price. Most of the area still feeds into the Murrieta School District, which is a nice bonus. The home prices are lower than West Murrieta, and many of the neighborhoods have no HOA and moderate taxes, even on homes built post-2000s. Alta Murrieta in Central Murrieta is another great option. You'll find low taxes, no HOA, and quick access to shopping and freeways. The homes tend to be a little older, so you may want to plan for updates, but the value is definitely there. Property taxes. One of the biggest hidden costs buyers overlook is property taxes. Here's a general breakdown. So low tax areas, you're looking at about 1.2 to 1.3%. Mid-range areas, somewhere between 1.4 to 1.7, and then the high tax areas are 1.8 to 1.9. As a rule of thumb, homes built after 2000 are more likely to have Mello-Roos or other special assessments, especially in new developments. And when it comes to new construction, you'll usually hear the sales rep quote 1.8 to 2%, depending on the tax bonds attached to the project. That's why I always pull tax breakdowns for my clients before we even schedule a showing, so you're never caught off guard by monthly expenses. Let's talk HOA fees and new build costs. HOA communities are very common in Murrieta and the Temecula Valley as a whole. Many people are drawn to them for the amenities, things like pools, clubhouses, sports courts, walking trails, and community events. But there are also HOA communities that only cover basic common area maintenance. Typical HOA fees that you'll see are $40 to $70 a month for maintenance only type HOAs, and then $100 to $200 a month for full amenities. If you're not a fan of HOAs, whether because of budget or lifestyle preferences, there are still plenty of neighborhoods that don't have them, so you've got options either way. Now, let's talk new builds. All new homes in California are required to have solar, and it's not optional. You'll either purchase it outright or lease it through the builder's partnered solar company. That decision will affect both your upfront and long-term monthly costs, so it's something to be mindful of. Utilities. Let's break down what you can expect in terms of monthly utilities. Electricity can range from $120 to $250 a month, but during the summer, especially without solar, it can spike up to $500 to $800 a month if you're running your AC regularly. That's why so many people in Murrieta add solar, especially if they plan to stay in their home long term or they own an electric vehicle. It makes a huge difference over time. Now, water runs about $80 to $150 a month. Trash and sewer, you're looking at $50 to $75 a month. And then internet, maybe $45 to $100 a month, depending on the provider and the speeds that you get. If you're looking in rural areas like Tanaha or parts of La Cresta, be aware that you might be on septic, well water, or propane instead of public utilities. That's not a deal breaker for most, but it's definitely something to consider when budgeting and maintaining the property. A lot of Murrieta residents commute to San Diego, and it makes sense. The cost of living in San Diego is much higher, and many people choose to live here and commute for work or military assignments. West Murrieta has easy access to the 15 freeway. Central Murrieta is located right between the 15 and 215, giving you flexibility. But if you're in East Murrieta, especially deeper into French Valley, it can take longer to reach the freeway. There are more traffic lights, and during peak hours, that can add up to 20 minutes to your commute or maybe more. There's no train station here, and public transit options are limited. So if you're commuting for work, you'll either drive yourself or arrange carpools or ride shares. Gas prices are typically higher near the freeway. A lot of locals fill up at Costco, Sam's Club, or they use apps to find the lowest prices in their area. Groceries and essentials. Murrieta is super convenient when it comes to essentials. You've got Costco and Super Target off Clinton Keith, Walmart off Murrieta Hot Springs, and grocery stores like Barron's, Trader Joe's, Ralph's, Stater Brothers, Vaughn's, and Albertsons. We also have more budget-friendly options like Grocery Outlet and Aldi, which are expanding across the valley. And there are also farmers markets where you can shop fresh and support local growers and vendors. So, no matter your shopping style, premium, organic, discount, or local, you'll find what you need without going far. Dining, entertainment, and recreation. Murrieta has some amazing locally owned restaurants with a lot of personality. What it doesn't have is a central downtown like Old Town Temecula, so dining is more spread out. You'll typically drive and park at your destination rather than walking from place to place. Dining options are growing, and we're seeing more diversity in cuisine, but we're still limited compared to San Diego or Orange County. And if you're looking for nightlife or clubs, that's not really the scene here. For entertainment, there's a ton for families and groups. Trampoline parks, escape rooms, movie theaters, and adventure gyms. And one of the newest highlights is the Murrieta Springs Resort and Spa, a great place to relax for a day of self-care. Recreationally, cycling is huge, and a lot of residents enjoy desert recreation in the cooler months. Glamis is a big hotspot for ATVs, dune buggies, and off-road motorcycles. Now, one thing to consider. If you own an RV or boat, you'll want to double-check HOA rules. Many communities won't allow RV parking, even behind a gate. Storage has gotten more expensive, but new facilities are opening to meet demand. Healthcare. Medical care is easily accessible. You've got Loma Linda and Inland Valley Medical Center right in Murrieta. Kaiser Permanente has offices in Murrieta, Temecula, and Wildomar. General care is easy to find. But for specialists, many residents end up going to San Diego. For example, our kids go to Rady's, which is San Diego-based, with a local pediatric group here in Murrieta. It's off of Hancock. They do have specialists that come to the Murrieta location, but not frequently. So if you want to get in sooner, you have to book an appointment down in San Diego. So just be prepared for that possibility if you or your family has more specific medical needs. Let's talk about a cost that almost no one sees coming, and it's not what you think. Sure, you've got things like Mello-Roos and special assessments that vary by neighborhood and can impact your monthly payments, and those are important to look out for. Two homes on the same street can have very different tax bills if they were built at different times. But the real hidden cost? It might actually be waiting too long to buy. In March of this year, Murrieta's year-over-year appreciation rate was 2.9%, and we're projecting around 3% annual growth if the market continues as expected. So what does that mean for you? If you decide to wait and you're still renting 5 years from now, you could miss out on nearly $100,000 in equity. For example, the current median home price in Murrieta is around $607,000. If that home appreciates at 3% per year for the next 5 years, that's an equity gain of over $96,000. That's money that could be building your future wealth while someone else is building theirs. So, if you're on the fence, the cost of not buying could be the biggest price of all. One of my recent clients moved here from Huntington Beach. They wanted a larger home with upgrades, a yard, and a pool, but they still needed a manageable drive to the southern part of Orange County. We found them a beautiful property in central Murrieta, just on the edge of the West Murrieta border. It gave them quick access to the 15 freeway and checked every box on their list: space, upgrades, layout, and outdoor living, including a pool. We even negotiated seller-paid repairs that came up during the inspection, so they had peace of mind moving in. And the best part? Even though it was their first home, this wasn't a starter home. It's a home they can grow into for the long term. It's an investment in their future. So that's the real cost of living in Murrieta, California. If you're thinking about making a move and want someone to walk you through what this could look like for you, I would love to be your guide for all things Temecula Valley. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to sign up for the Temecula Valley Happenings with Catherine. It's our newsletter that we've got. You make sure to use the link below. We'll see you on the next video.